Pyrrhus of Epirus, a name synonymous with both military brilliance and the costliest of victories, carved his place in history as one of the most ambitious and enigmatic figures of the ancient world. Born in 319–318 BCE into the Aeacid dynasty, Pyrrhus was a relative of Alexander the Great, and his lineage alone promised greatness. Yet, his life would be defined by relentless campaigns, fleeting triumphs, and the enduring legacy of the term Pyrrhic victory. From an early age, Pyrrhus demonstrated a talent for leadership and warfare. His ascension to the throne of Epirus was marked by political intrigue and shifting alliances. As a child, he was ousted from his kingdom but later reclaimed it with the help of his ally, King Ptolemy I of Egypt. This early struggle for power shaped Pyrrhus into a resilient and resourceful ruler. Pyrrhus's military career took him across the Mediterranean, where he sought to emulate the conquests of his illustrious ancestor, Alexander. Into 80 BCE, the Greek city of Tarentum in southern Italy called upon Pyrrhus to aid them against the expanding power of Rome. Seeing an opportunity to establish a Hellenistic empire in the west, Pyrrhus eagerly accepted. He crossed the Adriatic with a formidable force, including 20,000 infantry, 3,000 cavalry, and 20 war elephants, a rare and terrifying sight for the Roman legions. The ensuing battles between Pyrrhus and Rome showcased his tactical genius. At the Battle of Heraclea in 280 BCE, his forces achieved a hard-fought victory. Pyrrhus deployed his elephants to great effect, breaking the Roman lines and causing panic among their troops. However, the victory came at a significant cost, as Pyrrhus's army suffered heavy casualties. Undeterred, Pyrrhus faced the Romans again at the Battle of Asculum in 79 BC. Once more, he emerged victorious, but the toll on his forces was immense. According to Plutarch, Pyrrhus remarked, "If we are victorious in one more battle with the Romans, we shall be utterly ruined." This statement encapsulated the futility of his triumphs and gave birth to the phrase Pyrrhic victory, describing a win so costly that it negates any sense of achievement. Despite these victories, Pyrrhus realized that he could not sustain a prolonged campaign against Rome's seemingly inexhaustible resources and manpower. He turned his attention to Sicily, where he aimed to drive out the Carthaginians and establish a new kingdom. Initially successful, Pyrrhus soon faced resistance from both Carthage and the local Greek cities, who grew weary of his autocratic rule. By 276 BC, he returned to Italy, but his fortunes continued to decline. The Romans, having learned from their earlier encounters, inflicted a decisive defeat on Pyrrhus at the Battle of Beneventum. With his dreams of Western conquest shattered, Pyrrhus retreated to Epirus. Yet, his thirst for glory remained unquenched. In 274 BC, he launched a campaign against Macedonia, briefly seizing its throne. However, his reign was short-lived, as he was soon embroiled in a conflict with Sparta. During a siege in 272 BCE, Pyrrhus met his end in the streets of Argos, killed by a rooftop tile thrown by an old woman, a tragic and ironic conclusion to the life of a man who had defied empires. Pyrrhus's legacy endures as a cautionary tale of ambition and the perils of overextension. His military strategies influenced later generals, including Hannibal and even the Romans themselves. While his conquests ultimately failed to establish a lasting empire, Pyrrhus remains a symbol of tenacity and the high cost of pursuing greatness at any expense.